Yeah, original's better. Oh, hang on, Streamlabs is getting a little messed up here. There we go. As a certain band would say, it's been a while. Yeah, last week wasn't really good for me mentally, so I apologize for my lack of streaming, but this week should be different. As I remember it, you were the only one who got said pain in the neck, not so much everybody else. Okay, so we're not going to work on all of them because of the content involved, but I did want to show everyone who isn't a part of the Discord our progress for this story I'm working on called The Missing Wife. It's a short story set in my universe where the main character, Alex, is trying to find, well, the sailor's missing wife. But as we, the audience, later come to know, things are more than they seem. So this is page 1. Page 2. And Dana actually pointed out a really good comic font to me, so I went ahead and downloaded it, and you can see I actually changed up the dialogue a little bit. That way I think it just flows a lot better. Right, page 3 is already open. I'm just using this as a coloring reference, because the next few pages I'm working on are actually inside the house, but let's show off what else I worked on. These are worked on recently, pages 5 through 8. So let's get rid of these. Yeah, so we're going to put in as much work as possible for pages 9 through 12. Since there isn't much going on background-wise, so I decided to leave DeviantArt. Probably for the best. There's way better platforms to do your art, man. So, yeah. I'm sure it was a tough decision, but glad that you decided to move on. Swiggity swipoo, we're gonna take your waifu. That's kind of an overgeneralization of what's going on here, because I will say this. The reason why I am not working on all the pages on stream is because, well, there are elements of abuse, and there is nudity in it, so as much as I want to, I can't stream I can't stream my progress on all of the pages, but I will work on a good number of them. Although, in comparison to the first short story, the ghouls, you know what, I can show this off too, because it's been a while since I mentioned it. This is 7 pages long, so let's open these up. No dialogue, just just really so much a silent story. Hang on. Screen is going black. Don't crash on me, please.
Don't do it.
Don't fucking do it. I need you. Okay. Talk about going to the last page first. Alright, so, as you can see, this was, when I was just, hankering down, on making a true comic. You can see, like, the speech bubbles are wrong, but I would say that my strongest quality, even back when I was studying animation in college, is staging. Like, I'm really proud of this sword swipe that I did, where she raises her sword and then chops off this ghoul's head. They start coming out to her. She just takes her hood off, lifts her sword up, and just waits for the body to detach from the head, flips it off, and I'm really proud of this transition too, where she's watching the body fall, she feels something grab her, it's another ghoul, and she's like, ah, fuck this, and pow. And I'm not sure how well you can see it without zooming in, but these are multiple eyes. Yeah, exactly. I actually don't know what the exact time frame is for these short stories here, but if I were to guess, it would probably be maybe 9 years into her career. So she's very close to the Alex that we meet in the main story. Yeah. Over the course of the main story, I will show more elements of her past, due to the nature of her curse, but yeah. For now, we are just gonna do the thing. And I got the Witcher soundtrack, Witcher 3 soundtrack playing because, not only is it good background noise, but also, I just felt like listening to it. Plus, it's thematically appropriate, you know, considering, who one of the character inspirations behind Alex is. Geralt from The Witcher. Oh, by the way, how many of you guys, saw my, meme I posted the other day? There's this, character inspiration thing that's been going around, and I decided to take a crack at it. So for those of you who do not know, here it is. And for whatever reason you don't see the link posted, I will get the actual thing up. No, not that. Apologies. The new layout for Streamlabs is a little confusing, but not too much. Yeah, Jen made one for Kira, and Brian made one for Kadrot, and so did Danny for Ark. Which, by the way, why haven't you guys posted it to Twitter yet? I want to share those.
Because it's gonna be.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But yeah, here it is. Just in case you guys wanted to know what inspired me to create Alexandra. So on the top left, we have a default character portrait from a game known as The Legend of Grimrock 2. Really good dungeon crawler if you haven't played it yet. I would recommend it over the second game. Sorry, the first game, because of how just... The first game isn't bad, it's just really samey graphically. And it takes until, like, what, 3 levels until you actually get to more visually interesting looking areas. So next up, on the top right is Samus, from Metroid, which I didn't really know this until I was finished writing the first major story arc, where Alex here basically has Samus's personality. You know, calm and collected in most points, very professional, and she's got a lot of emotional baggage. But where that differs from, say, her interpretation in Other M, gross, a game we don't talk about, is, I hope this doesn't sound overconfident, but I think I did a better job with displaying, her, issues with her, mental health and, her, PTSD and, depression and things like that. My story is very, much, driven by the themes of moving on from the past and, rising above your trauma, things like that. Yeah. Color-wise, she's got a lot of Link from Skyward Sword, including the Traveler's Pants. I already mentioned Geralt, you know, her profession and the color of her eyes, but not the intention behind them. That I made up myself. Tragic past is, and general demeanors based off of Batman. And Alex isn't the type to get too mad, but if you somehow manage to piss her off, she's basically the Doomslayer. Which also, color-wise also fits, so, yeah. Okay, let's get some actual progress done, shall we? I just wanted to get those out of the way. Wait a minute, I shut my phone off, didn't mean to. I needed to see you, chat.
Hey, speaking of Batman, I saw a clip of Batman beating up Joker in Batman Hush.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, that was a movie.
yeah, Joker murdered a guy and it almost drove Batman to break his one rule.
Not that I have a problem with that element if done right, but I think there's way too many opportunities where writers are just super tempted to have Batman go over the edge. But yeah.
There's also the Injustice movie where it starts out with Superman and Wonder Woman just being like, how many more people have to die before you realize Joker is not going to change?
Actually, about the Injustice movie, from what I've heard, it's not spectacular.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, like, I understand you want to, you know, be different from the source material, but, for one thing, I think they killed the Flash.
They did.
You know, yeah, one of the most central characters in the game. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that. And actually, from what I remember, in Injustice 2, you know, changing topics, sorry, kind of, but, I think he was voiced by Taliesin Jaffe, Flash. AKA Molly Mock from Critical Role, and, well, Percy from, the first campaign of Critical Role. Which, by the way, the Vox Machina show is amazing. It's a shame Taliesin doesn't get a lot of voice work because his performance as Percy, while it is to be expected, was insanely good.
Oh yeah, I found the clip where Flash dies in the Injustice movie. It's pretty dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he dies. Yeah, he dies from having a spinning blade thrown at him.
That's so fucking stupid. He could easily dodge that. He's the fucking Flash.
This movie said nope.
Hi everyone, sorry for being late. I was getting the trash and recycles together. No, it's fine. Happy to see you here. And again, I apologize for last week. Because again, I wasn't all emotionally together. So I think I'm at the point where I'm more than okay to start streaming regularly again. But yeah, just in case you guys were wondering what was up with me. My brain was sick.
Oh yeah, also remember the Injustice game where Shazam died to Superman?
No, that was handled very well. And it was freaking terrifying due to the implications. Because remember, Shazam isn't a fully grown man. He's a boy who transforms himself into a man due to his powers. So the fact that Superman was willing to kill a young boy really shows how far he's fallen.
Yeah, but something to also keep in mind, Shazam and Superman have fought many times before, and Shazam has won majority of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's literally a magic Superman, and Superman's weak to magic.
And apparently, Injustice Superman said nuts to that, and just heat visioned his brain.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in a real fight, Shazam would probably have Shazam would have an advantage over Superman due to the whole magic weakness thing. I don't get it. But, I think Shazam was also part of Superman's regime, so, he would probably fight with words, then get into a physical fight first. And since Supes was already, pissed off at that point, he probably couldn't get the chance to react. But yes, as you can see, Crystal, we're just doing Phantom of the Forest stuff again. I don't know if you've seen the pages I posted, but I'm getting back to work on this finally. I haven't been getting a lot of commissions lately, so I figured, might as well get back to work on this, because I've been putting it off for too long. And I really shouldn't, but, sometimes life gets in your way. And since the Witcher 3 soundtrack is playing, some of the tracks should sound familiar to you guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, doing the skin first because I am Iron Man. No.
If you're trying to delay me, actually, I'm threatening it. Strahd, I have an army.
I have an army. We have a bird.
We have an arc.
We have an Aarakocra.
I am a god, you dour creature, and I will not be bullied by...
Flails around like a ragdoll. Puny god. Oh, the baby's in the room.
Yes, she is.
And it just occurred to me, I forgot to give Alex here a lair that accentuates her glowing effect. I can put words together, I promise. Oh! I know what this song is. And I can guarantee you, so do most of you. Even if you've never played, read, or seen anything Witcher related. Just give it a second. The Lelele song. Well, okay, the actual track is called, Silver for Monsters, I believe? Yes, Silver for Monsters. Banana Tiger is, Steel for Humans. Which is actually taken from, a traditional marriage song. Why they thought it was a good idea to make it into battle music, I have no idea, but it's hilarious once you know the context. No, honestly, I would reverse that, Jen. Like, listen well, Strahd. Gets tackled by, maybe Anastasia, and then Strahd's like, I'm listening. By the way, I can finally say that I just 100% Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus twice on both the PS2 and PS3 versions. Cool. That is awesome. I hope you get many banana tigers for your hard work. Sorry, had to work that in somewhere. Cute cartoon cat fight noises. But Kira doesn't even like Strahd. Which I guess is another fact you guys are going to have to get used to. Not that your characters would know, but you guys specifically, that Strahd never gave a damn for Kira. It was the spirit inside of her that he cared about. Although, since that's out of the way, in the original Curse of Strahd module, it was Irina who was the reincarnation of, Tatiana. But since, this is what Kira wanted, and also because, it just creates more engagement with the plot, we decided that Kira should be the reincarnation of Tatiana. We'll get more into why that is as the campaign goes on, but Judging by everyone's reactions, it was probably for the best that we went with that change. And I kind of like what I've got for Irina so far. But I have my own plans for her. I don't know. I think if you put Alex in a sort of situation like that, it would just be a fight. No cats involved. But that may be due to the fact that she's gender non-conforming. Like, yeah, Alex goes by female pronouns, but she doesn't, you know, act very quote-unquote ladylike, whatever that means nowadays. I'll just say that my wrist hurt a little when doing the sprint runs because I didn't want my fingers to accidentally switch the roll attack to other powers. But I got the developers' commentaries now, even if it's on the PS2 only. Cool. You know, even though Strahd still enjoys tormenting Kira, since she's absolutely terrified of him and doesn't want to get bed again. Okay. Alright, let's give these a multiplication layer. Okay, so multiply. Wait, something isn't right here. Oh, I see. Alright, I got it. Then we'll do multiply, right? Hold on, something's a little fucky here. Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. Now it should look right, right? Yes, there we go. That was an adventure and a half. Oh, hey, Chanzard, welcome. Sorry it took a bit to see you, but, welcome back. Yeah, my brain was not feeling very well last week, so I apologize that I wasn't really streaming very frequently, but, I am back now, and I should be a lot better. And we are doing Phantom of the Forest stuff today. You know, the story I keep mentioning here and there. I decided, you know, since I wasn't getting many commissions lately, I was like, fuck it, let's just do more story stuff. I won't be able to do them all due to the content involved. Because, you know, in this story, there's themes of domestic abuse, and there is some nudity. So yes, there is booba in this comic. But yeah, I would stream it on Twitch otherwise, but I can't due to their policies. So we're only doing most of it. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being so understanding. Which is a rare thing in communities, and I just want you guys to know that's awesome of you. And the mature themes are definitely not going to stop with Phantom of the Forest, because once the main story comes into question, I think it's only going to ramp up from there. Like, not to, like, you know, childish situations where it's like, oh, now they're fucking on screen and you get to see the whole thing. No. My golden rule when writing sex scenes is to imply it and then move on. And then cut to the aftermath. Like, don't show the full thing because, you know, sex should be private. So keep it that way.
Yeah.
If you go full ham with it, then you might as well be watching porn. Which, you know, it can be done tastefully. I would say Berserk does it pretty well. But again, that mostly comes with the fact that the mangaka was a really good storyteller, so he knew what he was doing. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Miura-san. But yeah, otherwise, just imply the sex, please. we don't want. Oh, just speaking of art, I just got done drawing Incineroar. Cool. Oh, and Crystal said, Brian, I convinced one of my friends to buy Klonoa in the future.
Good, you've done God's work.
Yeah. And yes, I will be picking Klonoa up when it's available to be picked up.
Yep. And yeah, also apparently they are getting physical copies.
Sweet.
Yep. And because it is me, I am buying it twice. But once on PC, once on Switch.
Yeah. I'll probably get the Switch version because, you know, that's just me. I like games on consoles because they run better, unlike on my PC.
Yeah.
So, funny thing, my laptop is supposed to be a gaming PC, but I swear it can barely run BioShock. In fact, it hasn't run BioShock once.
Oh yeah, fun fact about Klonoa 2. Did you know that it's technically co-op?
Is it?
Yes, there is a way to play with a second player.
Is it like Mario Galaxy's multiplayer, where it's just like one player is Mario and the other is a glorified pointer, basically?
Kind of, but the thing is, so basically what happens is that one player plays as Klonoa, but the second player actually plays as Popka. But you can only do one thing as Popka, and that's you press a button and you just give Klonoa a super boost into the air. Like basically what it is that he's a glorified pit saver.
Huh. All right.
Like, yeah, like say Klonoa misses a jump and is about to fall in the pit. The person playing as Popka presses a button. There you go. You're up in the air again. We saved you.
Okay, that reminds me of that one episode in the Clone Wars when Anakin and Rex were teaming up with the Bad Batch, and one of the Bad Batch members had this run. They had this running gag where one of the Bad Batch members, Wrecker, would constantly toss Rex up high into the air. And there was a situation they needed to get on those walkers, and when Wrecker was getting ready to throw Rex, he was like, no, not again!
Also, did you hear about what Nintendo is going to do to the eShop on the Wii U and the 3DS? Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're gonna nuke it.
Yep.
And which means getting your old Pokemon up to more modern generations is gonna be next to impossible now.
By the way, before it closes down, I will like to inform you guys, there are Klonoa games on the eShop.
Is there?
Yeah, the 2 GBA games. Yep, Empire Dreams and Dream Champ Tournament, which, by the way, Dream Champ Tournament is the game where Gunts made his proper appearance in.
Right.
Yeah, because technically, Beach volleyball came out first, so that's where he made his first debut, but Dream Champ Tournament is the day where he made his proper debut. I also learned recently, too, that Guns' Japanese voice actor also voices Cloud Strife.
Oh. But yeah, I feel so much sorrow for the Pokemon fan base.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like I've been talking about. It's like they're moving away from Pokemon's core themes and, you know, being able to make your own team, and it's like they're making it super hard now. Which, I know, it's their IP, so they get to do what they want with it, but... nah. Okay, what color should the frame be? Hang on. Considering... I put it on the wrong layer, didn't I? Wait. No, I didn't. Scared myself for a sec. There we go.
Yeah. In fact, I think both GBA games on the eShop, I think they're both $6.99.
Huh.
So relatively cheap.
And Jen says, that means he voices Prototype Arthur in Fate. Also, anyone who wants to get into Metroid, you need to get Zero Mission and Fusion before they're gone too. And the Prime Trilogy. Yes, that's also on the eShop. You are going to have to spend a little bit of money, but if you want to get more into Metroid and you want to, you know, support the series while doing so, unless if Retro Studios wants to go the extra mile and make a new version of the Prime Trilogy for the Switch, do yourselves a favor and snag all 3 of those games.
Hey, Nintendo, this is why we preserve our video games.
Yeah, video game preservation needs to come back. It needs to be taken more seriously. Because, you know, while I do, enjoy, you know, physical copies, I know that somewhere down the line, my copy of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is going to rot and decay. So, in order for that to not happen, then, we need better ways of preserving these games. Like, DuckTales, on the, NES is a really good game, and it's one of the few examples in history where, a licensed game can be good. In fact, Capcom helped make it. It's also where the, Moon theme came from, which, you know, memes aside, it's a gorgeous piece of music. It's one of my favorite tunes ever. But, nowadays, not many people know that the DuckTales game is good because, usually when they think licensed video game, they think of, like, you know, all those, shitty Spider-Man games before Spider-Man PS4 came out. And, hang on, that's not fair to Shattered Dimensions. Shattered Dimensions was pretty good. Edge of Time has a fantastic story, but the gameplay suffers. Yeah. Mostly because of the time frame they were given. I believe they were just given, what, 2 years to work on the game?
Yeah.
But they got one of the creators behind Spider-Man 2099 to work on the story, and, it's good stuff. And Josh Keaton and Christopher Daniel Barnes voiced, Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2099 respectively, and they play off each other so fucking well.
Yeah.
And their banter is one of my favorite things in Spider-Man, period. There's this exchange between Miguel and Peter where Peter helped destroy a robot in his time, in order to help Miguel in the future. Because the game thrives on this quantum causality thing. But Peter helps destroy the robot, and Miguel's like, all right, the robot's gone. And Peter's like, so what are you fighting now? Kittens? And he's like, yeah, small, deadly, robotic killer kittens. Aww. And there was a part when Miguel was trying to access a certain room in the facility, and he was like typing in his password and everything, and it's like, access denied. And he's like, Parker, change of plan. Que s'il vous plaît? I remember playing a Spider-Man game for the GameCube. I believe it was just called SpiderMan. I missed that game. Oh, I don't know just Spider-Man, but I know that Ultimate Spider-Man was on it. That was a good game. Was the N64 version ever ported to GameCube? And if so, what the fuck did I miss out on? I loved Spider-Man PS1. Yeah, I had the N64 version. It was all we could afford. You get, like, these lame stills instead of actual cutscenes. But, yeah. I still liked it. It's also where I first found out about Ben Reilly and the Clone Saga and how much of a mess that was. But I thought Ben Reilly's costume after the Scarlet Spider was so cool. It's still one of my favorite Spider-Man suits. Spider-Girl wears it. In her universe. Also, something like this happened to Scott Pilgrim, the game, where it was a cool game till it was pulled off the Xbox 360 and PS3 till the 10th anniversary where the games were ported to newer consoles. And thank God for that, because, Banana Tiger! It's here!
Banana Tiger?
You hear it?
Yes.
This is taken from a Marriage song. And it's battle music in Witcher. Like, why?
You're being wedded to war.
The actual song is called Lazare. Anyway, another Spider-Man game I remember playing was Friend or Foe. Yes, yeah, Friend or Foe. It's where Spider-Man was basically teaming up with his supervillains. It was based off of the Sam Raimi trilogy, and yeah, weird thing. Before Spectacular Spider-Man, Josh actually was part of the Spider-Man series for a long time. It's just he was always Harry, not Peter.
You know, I still remember the advertisements for that game where Spider-Man's giving Venom a noogie.
Yeah. Fuck you, Aviarod.
It's like, who's the good guy? It's like, who's a good guy? I am.
And funny enough, James Arnold Taylor, who voices Harry in Spectacular Spider-Man, voices Peter in Friend or Foe. That's fucking weird. Considering Spectacular Spider-Man has the two switch their roles. And honestly, I think they're better as the opposite of each other, where Josh is a better Spider-Man than Josh is a better Spider-Man, and Harry James Arnold Taylor is a better Harry. Sorry about that. Like, oh gosh, what if Spectacular Spider-Man gets a Samurai Jack Season 5 treatment, where what if the characters actually aged up in real time so we get more adult stories?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we could actually have the night Gwen Stacy died storyline adapted in animation. Because actually, when I was watching Spectacular Spider-Man when I was younger, I was like, oh god, what if the show continued and they had to animate that? How could they get away with that? Unfortunately, they never really got the chance because of the whole Disney deal, but...
Get on the ground now! Guys, you don't want to do this, trust me. Mask! Copy! Alright, have it your way. Mask!
Copy! I don't know. My favorite line in terms of that movie franchise, Jen, is, Time to die! That's the spirit. I meant us! We are going to die! Which, like everyone else, I was worried about the Venom movie because it wasn't gonna have Spider-Man in it. But no, it's actually proven me wrong. The Venom movie's actually pretty good, despite not having Spider-Man tied to his origin story. Plus, it has this fucking weird charm to it where it was written like an early 2000s superhero movie, you know, movies that aren't the Spider-Man trilogy, where it has, like, you know, really predictable underage jokes and things like that, but somehow it works because Venom himself is not all there. No, not randomly. He called him a pussy for a reason. So to the scene you mentioned prior, Venom was helping Eddie get to the highest point of this building, and then they talk for a little bit how the Earth is beautiful and sorry it's gonna get destroyed, bro. And when Venom offered to take Eddie back down, Eddie decided to chicken out and go take an elevator. To which Venom then replies, "Pussy." I saw on Twitter that there's going to be a third Sonic movie as well as a show about Knuckles. Yeah, that's true. Brian and I were just talking about that earlier today. Yeah. Good on you, Sonic. You're getting your footing back. Yeah. Proud of you, kid. Wait. Okay, not yet. Okay, so let's backtrack. And then oddly, someone told me that Eddie's and Venom's relationship in D&D terms is Warlock and their patron. No, honestly, if you were to play Venom in D&D, I would say Warlock. Because, you know, in the context of, you know, Venom's powers, you know, the host is borrowing the powers that the symbiote is granting them. So, I would say Warlock is a shoo-in for Venom. Although I would probably have to say that most of their class abilities will have to bleed into Monk. Because, you know, Venom is a martial fighter, mostly.
Pizza time.
Shannon's art. Actually, in Grim Hollow, there is a Warlock patron known as the Parasite, although it doesn't work anything like, you know, SpiderMan. In fact, it's, I believe, level 17 ability, level 16 ability, is kind of gross, where it basically acts as a chest burster from the Alien franchise. And the sole purpose is to infect other hosts. Although I would probably say the Oath of Pestilence is a bit worse, because you essentially blow up like a giant pimple. And yeah, the whole point of Oath of Pestilence is to spread disease.
With the 3DS eShop dying, I urge you to buy this game and play it immediately. Yes, Kid Icarus Uprising needs love.
Indeed. And please don't wait 25 years before you make another sequel.
All right. We'll wait 26 years.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Actually, I had a fucked up dream about a plague. Oh, shit. Thank God Shannonzard wasn't around to hear that, because the Oath of Pestilence is, again, probably one of the most disgusting subclasses I've ever read. But, hey, it makes sense for Grim Hollow, so... like, it's not supposed to be nice. Yeah. Hang on, let's, wait. Okay, I freaked out for a second. I know it. I knew I forgot something. I need to color in the stairs. Oops. There we go. Alright, now we can copy it. I had to deal with Sly not having a new game for almost 10 years. I don't want Kid Icarus to take so long when I'm gone. It's like, hey, we're ready to announce the next Kid Icarus game. Oh, snickerdoodles. Our fans are dead. Wait, something's fucky. Oh.
So, I learned what the rank 10 reward is for Legends Arceus, and it's kind of lame.
What's that?
You get 20 rare candies and 10 grit rocks.
What?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's comparable to getting, like, a fucking postcard in Super Mario Sunshine. It's like, hey, you did a good job compiling all those dex entries and pouring so much of your time into completing it for us. On behalf of the whole village, I thank you. So here's a gold star. You basically get a participation award. To quote Johnny, oh, you get jack shit for it.
Yeah.
Like, well, I know what I'm not doing.
Yeah, it's like I've already got like 30 plus grit rocks in my storage.
And you know what? Considering you can easily shiny hunt without completing the Pokedex in this game, there's even more incentive to not finish it. Game Freak, what are you doing?
Oh my god. Speaking of, TP just uploaded something.
What?
He found 3 shiny Parasect in a row.
In a row.
In a row.
Huh. Neat. So, where's that luck that he needs to find that shiny Zoroark he wanted?
It's going into Parasect.
Fuck you, Parasect!
Fuck you and your pre-evolution. You're both dicks.
Fuck you and your children. No, fuck you and your spawn! Okay. So the story is, a strange sickness that caused unborn children to be born with only half a soul. Some make it, some don't. But those children that are born with a soul and are just robots, void of emotions and essentially morality. The only way to fix this is to have another soul to merge with that half soul, and it consumes that soul to be whole again. Whoa. Is it worse like that dance party in Sonic Boom Shadow Crystal when you 100% it? I didn't know about that, but I wish I didn't.
God, going DreamWorks on us, huh?
If I can be honest, it took me a while to find a trope that I don't really like. I think I read about that the other day, and I'm like, wait, I kind of don't like this. It's kind of stupid.
Well, yeah, because it's a lazy way to end your movie. It's like, how do we end our movie? Dance party.
Yeah, I think the only time where it works is like, Return of the Jedi, Star Wars Episode 6, where everyone. The rebels just beat the Empire thanks to Luke and Anakin's, battle with the Emperor. And they went back to one of the planets to celebrate. I think that's one of the few times where the dance party trope actually works, because they're celebrating something. Otherwise, it's just silly. Is this the right? It is, but why is it so misaligned? What the fuck? There we go. Alright, have an idea for this.
Oh, I learned something today.
What's that?
Fun fact, when Eric Stitt was casted as Klonoa, he did a voice based off of the scrapped redesign of the character. That makes sense.
What's that scrapped redesign?
Oh, it's a very infamous redesign that everyone was like, that everyone saw, and they're like, no.
All right. Seeing as I'm not as big of a Klonoa fan as you, would you mind linking that in, say, the general chat?
Yes. Basically, and honestly, I look at the redesign, I'm like, yeah, this is how you don't redesign a character.
Yeah, more cat than Cabot.
Yeah, like, because the thing is, they also get rid of a lot of the things that made Klonoa's design iconic and recognizable. Like, the long ears that he has, you could recognize that as Klonoa, as well as the Pac-Man hat. Okay, you can't just get rid of those.
I'm gonna save this in... Yeah, sorry, stream suffered a little bit, but hello, not guns. I'm gonna... Yeah, he looks like a cat, but hang on. Let's show the future viewers of this stream what we're looking at, since you're not part of the Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the outfit that he's wearing.
Look at this.
The outfit he's wearing, I don't have a problem with. That's fine. Like, Klonoa's
the outfit's totally fine.
Yeah, like, Klonoa's had a couple of outfit changes, and, like, I can't say any of them are bad, even though I think 2 is, like, the best one. But, like, yeah, like, you get rid of, like, the longer ears and the Pac-Man hat. Like, you can't get rid of those from Klonoa. Like, those are, like, iconic to him.
Yeah, like, another thing, too, is that, his silhouette is totally changed now with with that ear shape.
Yeah, so because of that, you wouldn't be able to recognize it as Klonoa.
Yeah, which I know anime doesn't typically worry about, you know, silhouette so much. They should. But this is probably one of those examples where, okay, this would look good on a new character, not Klonoa.
Yeah, like, if you were to tell me that was Klonoa, I'd say, no, it isn't.
Klonoa and some Sonic OC. Hey, Mr. Maniac!
Yeah. Yeah, like,
what a way to make your entrance.
Yeah, like, that would be like if they were to... That'd be like if they were to redesign the Ninja Turtles to look more like frogs.
Which, believe you me, has happened more than once.
Yeah.
This is the music that plays when I think about poor redesigns.
Yeah.
It's like, you might as well kill off the character then.
Yeah, it's like you might as well just make him a different character, because, like, yeah, I can't even recognize that as Klonoa.
Too bright. Hang on.
Yeah, actually, you know what? If anything, it looks more... I take a look at that, and I'm like, so are they making a Blinks 3?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I got more Blinks out of that than Klonoa.
And they're probably like, who?
Yeah, Microsoft is just, like, you mentioned Blinks to Microsoft, they're like, who?
Video game preservation needs to be more of a thing. Can't stress it enough.
Yep. Which also, apparently, the design for Blinks was apparently the same guy who designed Sonic.
Naoto Oshima?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the sequel occurred, and it's like, yeah, how do you feel like playing a Blinks game without playing as Blinks?
I think one of the few times where that's acceptable is, like, in a series like Metal Gear Solid. But that's probably because I'm the only one who likes Human Raiden.
Yeah.
You guys are freaks.
Yeah.
Raiden is a fine protagonist.
But he's not Snake! That's the point!
That's the fucking point, you moron!
Not nerd. Node. Oh.
Yeah, that's endearing. Like, how could someone look at that and think, oh, God,
You know something? I feel like Raiden honestly went through similar treatment as Leon did in Resident Evil.
Yeah, but unlike Leon, it wasn't a natural change.
Yeah, because it's like when you think about it, Raiden started out as a big dork, and then by the time 4 came around, then yeah, that's when he becomes the cyborg ninja. Which, you know, Leon was introduced in Resident Evil 2, and his new character change came in Resident Evil 4. I see what you're doing there, Kojima.
I'm hurting from work, like it actually hurts my hands and legs a bit. Yeah. Glad to have you here, though, Mr. Maniac.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let me just, Alright, I saved a PNG. Now, to close this, open it back up again, so I can make a tapas version.
When they announced Dreams remakes, Danny screams in the distance. Yeah, Danny's still looking for nice shit to happen, but Sega's not doing anything with it.
It's because they're still terrified because if they don't do Sonic, then they won't get money. That's their mentality.
It's like, guys, you gotta push your other IPs if you want them to be seen.
Yeah, it's like basic business. If you want more funding for other projects besides, you know, your main cash cow, Sonic the Hedgehog, do more with your other IPs. Like, Samba de Amigo would do well with another installment. And yeah, you did something with Monkey Ball, so...
Like, oh my god, like, it's been more than 10 years since Journey of Dreams.
Holy shit, a decade?
Yeah, like, poor Knight.
That is rude. Okay, we got the tapas version.
And in about 5 years, it's gonna be 2 decades old.
Yeah, I think another thing I can improve on in the future is more comprehensive medieval houses, because those are supposed to be layers of stone and wood and stuff, but I think it looks like shit. Ninja Theory. Hey Jen, check out our DMC remake. How about no? I hope that if Sly comes back, that they won't make a redesign of him so bad that he wouldn't be recognizable. That's sort of what happened with Murray and Bentley in the probably more than likely canceled Sly movie. If you guys remember that trailer, I don't doubt it if you do. I don't doubt it if you don't. Hell, depending on how Frontier does, Sonic possibly won't be giving you much money, Sega. Like, all I'm hoping is, God, I hope it's good. God, I hope it doesn't suck. God, I hope Sonic actually gets a good game this time. Fuck you, Sonic Forces. Which brings to mind what Johnny once said. Sometimes an okay game is worse than a bad game. Because I think what you can do worse than making someone angry is disappointing them. Or, in the case of video games, boring the fuck out of them.
Yeah. But, you know, funny enough, when Klonoa was first being designed, having an engaging story was actually on the forefront for the series.
Yeah, it was a platformer that put more emphasis on storytelling than platforming. Sorry,
because
mixed up.
Because the thing about this, and this is actually what I actually learned this tidbit from when Kid Icarus did his re-review of Door to Phantomile, where I believe the creator of Klonoa, the guy behind Klonoa, was like, he felt like games weren't doing enough to engage the players into playing the game, so that's why he focuses so much on the writing.
Yeah, which if you are gonna do a story focused video game, that's how you do it. Because unlike some people, I want to actually give a shit about the world I'm playing in.
Yeah,
and Klonoa honestly sounds like a game that would appeal to me. Also, hi Fiat Bata. And of course I would know this one because they actually use the song Fiat Bata, which is a Scottish song about a sailor's wife waiting for him to come home. I believe it actually translates into something like the Lonely Lady. It's popular in ancient Scotland, but yeah, sorry about that. Sorry to derail the conversation.
Yeah. It's like I just remember because we were doing a Let's Play for the game on SNG, and I think the last part that got uploaded that you were there for, Jordan, was Klonoa's grandpa getting fucking nuked.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit.
Joke is not playing around anymore.
He really wasn't. And yeah, it is rare for platformers to actually have a very involved story. And Sonic tried to do that more than once, grant you. But the actual writing itself is not great. And it doesn't have coherency, as we all know.
It's like, look at the moon! The moon should be blown in half! Ian Flynn, please do good for this game.
Welcome back, Crystal. And, I just realized ancient Ireland and ancient Japan are my aesthetics. History in general is my aesthetic, as long as it isn't American, because we see American history every day. And I like to engage in things that aren't my own culture because, I like to learn. And I definitely want to have a more expansive mindset than my family does. So if the money is right, which I doubt it will be in my time, I would like to travel often and, explore different countries and learn about different cultures, because if you take everything from one place, it's going to be rigid and stale.
Yeah, thanks, Uncle Ira.
Yeah, exactly. Only by understanding other cultures does it make you whole. That's what I took from Iroh's little lesson to Zuko. Yeah.
But speaking of that, someone actually pointed out how they find it really interesting that the Avatar: The Last Airbender community never just refer to him as Iroh. They call him Uncle Iroh. He's all our uncle.
He honestly is. Actually, I think there was a time when I always refer to him as Uncle, because, Zuko calls him Uncle.
Yeah. And also, notice the fact that despite him being banished, Iroh always referred to Zuko as Prince.
Yeah. Which I guess ties into his backstory because, he lost his son, so he doesn't want to lose Zuko too.
Yeah. Happy birthday, son. If only I could have helped you.
And the fact that, Uncle Iroh losing his son is enough to totally change him, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, he was very different when he was still part of the military.
Yes. He was the one who blew up the walls of Ba Sing Se.
Yeah. The Dragon of the West.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se until Iroh comes along.
Yeah, everything changed when Iroh attacked. And he unleashes on them tenfold. There's a remix of My Cabbages on YouTube. That's one My Cabbages too many. I wonder if the LP will be picked back up with the Switch version. You'll see. That's I think that's all we can say. Although I guess it depends on how open you want to be about what we planned for it.
I know Ryan plans to make an update video about it, and I know that and like I know I was talking about Danny and Ryan about it, so I don't mind not talking about it here. So yeah, Danny was doing a playthrough of Door to Phantomile, and the only reason it got discontinued is because, admittingly, near the end of Door to Phantomile, there is a rather egregious difficulty spike.
Yeah.
It was that difficulty spike that had Danny struggling with finishing the playthrough. Because, like, the thing is, you go through a couple of visions where you're at the Moon Kingdom. And the level, and, like, the second vision that you go to is kind of a labyrinth that you go through. Like, it's very, like, it gets very maze-like with having to, like, unlock certain doors in order to progress later in the level. And then you have to do the boss fight with Gaudius, which is not easy. And if you get a game over there, you have to start the whole level all over again if you want to get back to Gaudius.
Well, what can I say except yikes?
Yeah, so that's the main reason that Danny had a hard time continuing the playthrough. So, because the Ripman Klonoa Dreams Reverie is going to be on Steam, I can actually get it and record footage for it. And since I am a bit more familiar with both the games than Danny is, she gave me the okay for when it eventually comes around that I not continue the LP, but I'm going to start over.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what Johnny did with Lewis in the Brain Scratch Sonic 06 playthrough, and kind of not, because, yeah, Brian is starting from scratch.
Yeah. Now, the one question is, are they going to keep the stupid wind move from the Wii version?
They better not.
It is a move that they put in the remake that was so unnecessary to the point where I forgot it was a thing.
I think I did read somewhere that the stupid wind move was actually I think what it did was that it reduces enemy damage, but I could be remembering hideously wrong.
That's not what it did at all.
No. Yeah, nope. Remembering hideously wrong. God damn it. It's on the tip of my tongue. I forgot what it did, honestly...
No, that accurately describes it, because that's how little you used it.
No, I need to look this up now. It's gonna piss me off if I don't.
I know what it does.
Then say it.
Well, I was waiting for you to finish speaking before I answered.
Well, if you knew it was wrong, why didn't you say anything?
Because again, I was waiting for you to be done speaking. But anyway, yeah. What it basically did is that the stupid wind move. Basically it slowed down time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which the platforming was so easy to do that you never needed it.
Yeah, pretty much a testament to how useless that move was, so...
Yes. And it also doesn't help either that they made the Wii version even easier.
Oh, so like Miitopia in a way. I say Miitopia because Brandon, I think, said he will reboot the LP with the Switch version.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like... a couple of ways that they made the Wii version easier is, like, for one thing, the original gave you 6 health points. The remake on the Wii gave you 10.
So, like Skyward Sword.
Yeah. Then, they also changed some of the enemy layouts in some of the levels, so that way, like, you weren't going against too like, difficult of, like, encounters, like, throughout the level.
Mm-hmm.
And also, they made the range on the wind bullet a lot longer.
Yeah, so no wonder that game was piss easy. It's because not much time was put into it.
Yeah. That is, unless you're talking about the reverse mode challenges, which those can go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Not challenging for the sake... not challenging because they're actually, you know, testing the player to see how good they are. They're just challenging because... Shut up.
They're poorly designed.
Yeah. Hence why I said shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, when you eventually beat the game... Now, something that the game actually does is that, unlike... So, in the original World of Phantom, when you rescued all the villagers, you unlocked something called Extra Vision. But that's all you would get from from saving all the villagers. You still get that in the remake, but they also make it so that if you saved all the villagers in, like, one particular level, you would unlock something interesting for that area specifically. One of them is you can change Klonoa's costume, which, as soon as I got that ability, as soon as I unlocked that, straight to the Klonoa 2 outfit.
Mm-hmm.
The other one that you could unlock is a boss rush mode. Well, okay, not boss rush, time attack mode, where you can fight the bosses on the time limit. Well, actually, no. Time limit's the wrong word for it. Basically, it's to see how fast you could beat them.
Yeah, which, in a sense, is a type of time attack.
Yeah. The next thing you could unlock is a bestiary.
Alright.
So, yeah, like, you could tell, like, you know, all the characters in the game, like, the main cast, you know, supporting cast, the enemies that you would encounter, the bosses. The next thing you would get is reverse mode. Basically, what it is that when you turn on reverse mode, you play the same level again, but the screen is swapped. So instead of going right, left to right, you're now going right to left. Now you're probably thinking, well, gee, if I'm just playing the game in reverse, what's the point of doing the reverse mode thing other than the new perspective? Well, that's because when you turn on reverse mode, they add a new thing to the levels where you will find a random warp hole in one of the levels.
Oh, shit.
If you jump into it, you get brought to a separate area in the game where you can do something called the reverse mode challenges. And these things, to quote Some Call Me Johnny, can fuck right off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know I forgot something. I forgot to give the backgrounds a texture. The things that happen when there's minor distractions. Yeah, it's like a quick fix. Although I'll have to redo the Tapas file.
Mm. Every time you repost this image, a random person on Earth gets turned into a cabbit. Oops, I just hit the retweet button.
Oopsie doodle.
Well, I guess 17 people are now a cabbit.
What's it like being a cabbit? It's spreading.
But yeah, what makes the reverse mode challenges really stupid is that these are levels, these are like small segments within the level where you have to be pixel perfect with your precise platforming and double jumping. To the point where so many instances in these areas, they are just one and done. You either get it right or you die.
Thanks, Mario Brothers 2, The Lost Levels. Well, glad to have you back.
And if you complete the reverse mode challenges, you get an emblem in that area. And that's it.
So
yeah,
okay, that part of the soundtrack, sorry, I need to point this out because I'm stupid. That part of the soundtrack where that lady made that squeaky noise, it's like... Is that your best baby impression?
No, that's me going through reverse mode challenges.
Yeah.
It's like, so what do I get for completing this? Oh, you get an emblem on the map that says you did it. What?
Somehow this is more satisfying in Star Fox 64. Because at the very least, you get Fox with a pair of shades on if you manage to get to expert mode. Which I have yet to do, but...
It's like you complete all the reverse mode challenges. You did it. I did. What it cost?
Everything.
Oh god, who remembers Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg? That was actually a pretty decent game.
Watch the Johnny review.
Yeah, I'm not the most fond of it. Like, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, like, watch the Johnny review.
Yeah. It's like, it was okay, but honestly, I can kind of see why it was a one and done.
Yeah, it was actually one of the games I wanted for the longest time, but when I saw Johnny's review, I saw all the cracks that formed, pun entirely intended. And I was like, okay, maybe I don't want this.
I know, like, honestly, the one part that just made me, like, want to just stop playing the game was, there was a part where I had to get up to a higher platform. I was able to do it by getting, an egg up there, but Billy Hatcher lets go of the egg.
Billy, why?
So
what are you doing, Billy?
So I just have the egg stuck up there with no way to get up to a higher elevation. I'm just like, well, fuck this game then.
Well, fuck my fun, I guess.
I don't want to play video games anyway. They're dumb.
But yeah, Jen, I know I'm gonna say this for the third time, but watch the Johnny review. It will make sense.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, sometimes, with nostalgia, it kind of muddies the picture, so to speak. That's sort of what happened, with me in Sonic Adventure 2 as well. Because I thought I liked it more than Sonic Adventure 1, but no, when I got a little older in high school, I decided to replay both games, and I enjoyed Sonic Adventure 1 way more. I still liked Sonic Adventure 2, don't get me wrong, it's just, I didn't like it as much as I used to. Let's see.
That's kind of like how my opinions on the God of War games have kind of changed over the years.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, as games, the gameplay's fine. Like, it's fun, mindless, it's fun, mindless bloodshed, just destroying everything in Greek mythology. Like, I can get down with that, but, like, in terms of writing, the game's writing got bad.
No, they suck dick.
Yeah.
Let's not kid ourselves.
Like, okay, 1 was fine.
Yeah, 1 was fine.
Then you got the 2 and 3, and it just got bad.
Yeah, it's like Kratos being a jerk for no reason, and just people dying for the sake of people dying because, hey, gore, that's awesome. And
here's the thing, it's not even just that either, because it's like around God of War 3, it's like, you know, they're talking about how, like, oh, when opening Pandora's box, a curse spread to make the gods all dicks. It's like, yeah, but it was Zeus who told Kratos to open the box to begin with.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, like, like, you're seriously telling me he didn't think that would happen? Like, did he just forget what was in the box?
Like, there's hubris and then there's stupidity. And, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure Zeus didn't become the god of Olympus due to sheer dumb luck.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they did, he, Poseidon, and Hades pulled straws to see which domains they would rule, but I think from the get-go, Zeus was gonna rule Olympus because of his cunning.
Yeah.
So, who's to say that he rigged the game in his favor?
Oh, and also, speaking of God of War 2, apparently, when we get that flashback where the war between the gods and the Titans occurred, I guess apparently the reason that green flash occurred in the past was because, that was Kratos transporting them to the future to fight them at Olympus. It's like, but wait.
Oh, fuck off, will you?
If that was destined to always happen, how did the Titans get enslaved by the gods?
And, like, what breaks the time loop? I don't God of War, but with what little I do know, Kratos is a fucking idiot. Yeah, there's, actually, no, correction. The spin-off God of War game, yeah, the spin-off God of War games actually had some decent writing, which is weird. Actually, in God of War Ascension, which is a prequel to the main series, Kratos actually had a moment of hesitation when he found out that, I believe his name was Orcos, was urging him to kill him, and Kratos stopped and went, I've spilt enough innocent blood. Like, he, was conflicted because he grew to like Orcos. Yeah. And in other instances, I believe it's the same game with Deimos in it. He had to fight his mom, or before that fight. He was wondering, why didn't you tell me Zeus was my dad? And, while he was shouting at his mom, because, Kratos is Kratos, you get the sense that he was doing it more so out of worry and concern. Hang on, I'm gonna redo this, shoal. Okay.
Mother! I am screaming!
Lower your voice, honey. Yes, mother. Sorry, mother.
No, I like the fact when Kratos is born. Congratulations, it's a boy.
Wah! Wah!
He would. Which is weird because then his voice dips down to Antonio Del Rio. Yeah, Pitt was in God of War at one point. He was young Kratos. Meaning his ties with Greek mythology started way back in God of War, and then he became Pitt years later.
Insert Palutena.
Yeah. Who basically is Athena.
Oh god, does that mean we're gonna eventually have a day with adult Pitt where it's like,
Palutena! Give me the power of flight!
Give me the power of flight! Or your centurions get it!
Also, I demand floor ice cream!
For it gives you health!
Sorry, TC Carson.
Palutena's like, oh no, the hormones hit him hard.
And then Pitt feels bad about what he did in the past and becomes a loving father. His what would Pitt's son's name be? Ditch?
Ditch? My dad is just really bad at names. It's like, man, my dad's really bad at naming us Boruto first time.
Yeah.
Mother! I crave McDonald's!
Good thing I have water next to me. Ow. Ugh.
Do you hear that music, Zeus? You are fucked!
F-U-C-C-E-T
What? Music? Music, what happened?
The music said you guys are scaring me.
Why? Why are you scared?
You keep shouting at me.
Okay, we're not replaying that entire soundtrack. Well, Pit can't even read. What did you expect?
I want my cheesy bread.
Actually, you know what? You know why, Jordan?
Oh, yeah?
Considering how we've been doing the talkies about it, I'm gonna just send you this playlist.
Hold on a sec. Thank you for resubbing, Big Mac. Hang on, let me just get this ready. Ba. Hey, music.
Music, don't be deafened.
Music, don't be a dick. There we go.
There you go.
Thematically, this is so fucking inappropriate, but it's Klonoa, so it's relevant.
Yes. Yeah, man, I can't believe we're in the year 2022. We can say Klonoa is relevant.
Yeah, real quick, I just remembered this running joke during Brandon's Pokemon Unite streams. He'd get a thumbs up even though he felt like he did nothing, and he asks who gave him a thumbs up. Meanwhile, Brian cackles like old man McDucket. No, that was the music bot. Actually, now that I think about it, Pit was originally going to have a dark redesign before Sakurai came in with Project Sora and made Uprising. I thought Dark Pit was made in Brawl first, and then he was made into his own character in Uprising.
Yeah. And hey, listen, Chanazard, I wasn't the only one giving Brandon thumbs up. Sophia also did so.
Yeah.
He's like, stop giving me thumbs up and didn't do anything. You helped us win.
This painting that, I painted is based off of a location in, the world of Phantom of the Forest. It's an island, off the coast of, Starshell, named, Lassie Shoal. It's a popular, gathering spot for Selkies, because it's, nice and secluded. So that's a little lore for you, for those curious. Yeah, this, whole story is, based on Selkies. In fact, the wife in question is actually, a Selkie. I know it's been a while since we talked about it, but that's the main plot of this story that I'm doing. The missing wife in question is actually a Selkie, and she's trying to get away from her abusive husband.
The whose Klonoa joke is dead, you win. Yes, I do win. They no longer have an excuse.
Yeah. And if you still do that, then you're just being a fucking dick at this point, and you don't have friends.
If you still do it, I'm going to tackle you.
No, he actually would.
He's
gonna run to your house. He's gonna text you ahead of time. But if you don't see him coming before then it's your fault you got tackled.
I just fuck up. I'm gonna spin my arms, and if you get hit, it's your fault.
So wait, are you gonna punch them like Knuckles in the Sonic OVA?
Yes.
Fitting.
Do I look like I need your power?
It's amazing that Idris Elba wants to be the best Knuckles, and it's like, aw, you sweetheart.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of My Dress Up Darling, Jordan asked Big Mac?
No?
I know Amelie is voicing, like, the main blonde chick.
Oh, wait a minute! Yeah, I saw a clip of some of her I think some of the highlights that
Yeah.
someone liked about her voice.
Yeah, honestly, she's killing it.
Yeah. But yeah, remember, I don't watch anime as frequently as some of the other guys too.
Yeah.
But I do know the classics. You know, Cowboy Bebop, Utena, JoJo, My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
I know those.
Just yesterday, we watched Trust and Betrayal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rurouni Kenshin. But yeah, I'm not an active consumer of anime. It's like, I guess you could say it's one of those things I have to be not coaxed into watching, but more like, hey, let's have you watch this, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like we're still getting you into it.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering who his favorite JoJo is, it's the current one that's on TV.
Yeah, Jolene. She's one of my favorite JoJos. Another one is Josuke. Another one is Young Joseph. Young Joseph specifically. Jonathan would be the next one. Jotaro is actually my least favorite JoJo.
That's not too surprising.
Yeah, it's like, I don't hate him, it's just, he's unremarkable.
I want to say, I feel like it's more so because, you know, it kind of takes a while to warm up to Jotaro. Like, it kind of takes to part 4 or 5 where it's like he does mellow out more.
Yeah. And before that, he's just, you know, typical protagonist.
Yeah.
Which, again, I'm not saying I hate him. Don't jump up my ass about this. It's just, in terms of JoJo protagonists, he's among my least favorite.
Yeah. Where would you put Giorno then?
Oh yeah, Giorno. I kind of like Giorno more than most people. I'd say he's I would say he's lower than Jonathan, but higher than Jotaro. So second least favorite.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, I like the kid too. It's
Jen,
just, you know, the side characters are more interesting than he is.
Yeah, I love Mista.
Yeah. Who's the guy with the white hair again? Is that Abakio?
Bakia.
Yeah, Abakio is my favorite.
And we all know how Danny feels about her husbando Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
Jen, fuck, I still need to see part 4. You do! Part 4 is so good.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you would love Okuyasu.
Yeah, I was gonna make a map reference and go, yeah, what's your damage? But I thought that was too mean.
Yeah. Actually, Jen, I wouldn't doubt it if your favorite episode in part 4 would be something wrong in the kitchen.
Yeah, just keep that thought in mind.
Yeah.
Keep that thought in mind. Wow, my southern drawl was coming right back up to the surface there. All right, buddy. Arthur Morgan.
Moral of my dress-up darling: if you like something, what does gender matter? You know what?
Yes.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yes. Yes. Danny's not here. I found a picture of Pitt's redesign and I can post it on Discord if you like. Yes, please. What the fuck? You know, sorry that the stream's gonna dip a bit, but I'm actually really curious to see this.
That's not Pitt.
That's not Pitt.
Not Pitt.
What the fuck? That's not Pitt.
That's not Pitt.
That's shit.
That's not Pitt. That's shit.
Gordon Ramsay level of insult. That's not Pitt. That's shit.
It's like, what is this? And why do I not like it?
Yeah, no. So that was the second instance of a bad redesign.
It's like What is this? Oh, it's the new design for Pit. Thanks, I hate it.
He's like, no, it's not. Hang on. I'm gonna tweak this a little bit, actually. Just a little bit.
I'd also like to give you all a nice little a nice little bit of tidbit that Klonoa 2 can be summarized as Klonoa goes through the 5 stages of grief.
Oh my. That boy suffers a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, because Klonoa 2, for the most part, like throughout the beginning of the game, it doesn't hint too much at the first game, actually.
Oh, like it doesn't refer to it.
Yeah, but it's more so towards the end of the game where it actually subtly references the first one.
That's weird. Huh.
Yeah, because every single kingdom in Lunatea is based off of an emotion. In fact, that's the primary quest through Klonoa. You're going to each of the kingdoms to gather their element, which is based on an emotion. The first one you get is the element of tranquility.
All right.
The next one that you get is the element of joy.
Mm-hmm.
The next one you get is the element of discord.
Oh.
And then you get the element of indecision, which, funny enough, is not what you think it is.
What?
So it sort of is like, so you think the idea of like the element of indecision, it's like, okay, so this kingdom is like based on people who just aren't capable of like, making up their minds on decisions and whatnot. You'd be kind of right, but that's not the whole idea. The actual idea behind it, and I think they do this in a very clever way, where the Kingdom of Indecision is based on more so people constantly reflecting on the past and not capable of moving on, which is why the whole kingdom is made of mirrors.
Oh shit. Like, that kind of strikes a chord with me, honestly.
Yeah, like it's every time you look in these mirrors, your past gets reflected to you, and yeah, that's where that's why I say like the place is basically, it's you look in these mirrors and you just can't stop reflecting on the past.
Yeah.
But then there's the fifth kingdom, which everyone thought was hidden for the longest time, and that was known as the Kingdom of Sorrow.
Uh-huh.
And this is where Klonoa 2 gets fucked up.
Fucked up?
Yeah, so, the Kingdom of Sorrow, it committed one single crime, and that crime is existing. So everyone in Lunatea decided, you know what, we don't like the emotion sorrow, we hate feeling sad, we're gonna sink the entire kingdom and cover it in a veil.
What the fuck?
Basically, in a way of, like, it's supposed to represent people, like, repressing their sadness. But in this case, they pretty much took an entire kingdom and just wiped it off the face of the earth.
Genocide.
Yeah, and not just that, but they also started demanding that not only getting rid of this kingdom, but also essentially demanding people to even forget it existed.
That is fucked up.
And you want to know what's even more, and you want to know how this gets even more fucked?
It gets even more fucked?
Yeah, because you want to know the concept of the Kingdom of Discord?
What?
So the Kingdom of Discord is that everyone living there, including the denizens, are at war with each other 24/7. They'd rather have that than the Kingdom of Sorrow.
Which you'd think it would be the opposite because, you know, sorrow is an emotion, but war is needless and pointless.
Yeah. But, like, the other thing, too, that especially goes to showcase, like, a bit of, like, why some people think that Klonoa 2 does focus on Klonoa going through, like, the 5 stages of grief. Do you want to know the official name of the Kingdom of Sorrow?
What?
Huponia.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, who does that sound like?
Hupo.
Hupo. And if you've seen the design for the King of Sorrow, he bears a lot of resemblances to Klonoa's design in Door to Phantomile.
I don't remember Klonoa being this hardcore.
Well, yeah, the second game goes hard.
Like, more hardcore than Neopets. Like, the entire thing.
Yeah, that's like I was watching because I was watching some of the highlights of Heat and watching the direct when Klonoa came up. The second I heard her go, "Oh, this looks kind of cute," I'm just like, she has no idea.
Like, oh, you sweet summer child.
It's like she's gonna play the first game and be like, "Realm, why did a clown just nuke my grandfather?"
Her reactions are going to be raw, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's also not taking into consideration how Door to Phantomile ends, because God.
It doesn't end happily, we'll tell you guys that much.
All I can say is I got upset with a person on Twitter who posted a response saying, "I can't believe this kid was gaslit into thinking he existed." And I'm just like, I hate that you're not wrong.
Oh gosh, I just did a 0 to death with Donkey Kong. Oh.
Nice.
So they took the Wind Waker approach. Not exactly. Speaking of Neopets, fucking Von Roo bit my Drake.
She can't escape the vampires.
Although something tells me that she kind of does this to herself too, so...
Well, no, this was a random event. Like, this was out of her control. This is just something that happened.
No, I just mean she likes vampires a lot, so
Yeah.
they keep coming to her.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, I learned something apparently about the swamp ghouls from Neopets.
Yes?
Do you want to know how they track you?
No, but go ahead.
They track you through the scent of your loneliness.
The scent of your loneliness?
Yeah.
Oh god, I'd be a constant target then. Anyway.
And I thought Kirby with O2 bleeding blood tears after being hit with the crystal shard was hardcore.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and then there's Klonoa Heroes.
Klonoa Heroes!
Yeah, and when you start getting some of the basic plot summaries of that game, you're just thinking, oh, I think I know why we never got this game.
Like, the Sonic Heroes theme gets slower and slower as it shows more details.
Yeah, so... Yeah, like, so the basic premise, because the actual title of the game is Klonoa Heroes Destiny No Star Medals, because the game is about the star medals that the characters get throughout the game. And what these star medals are for is that it's supposed to rank the type of hero that the person is who wields it. And they're supposed to rank up the more that their heroism is recognized. But there's something a little messed up that we begin to notice when it comes to the star medals.
What's that?
They rank up depending on... Okay, so basically, let me put it like this. So this kind of goes back to me trying to... because I was trying to tell you guys about Gunt's backstory until, you know, my supervisor kept getting in my life.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, so... This starts back with Guts' father, Bats, and his partnership with Jonga. And Bats had a star medal on him. Then came the day where Jonga backstabbed Bats and murdered him in cold blood, and he took his star medal. But something odd happened. When Jonga took his star medal, it ranked up.
What?
The star medals aren't determining your heroism by the good deeds that you do. They determine your level of heroism from the people that you've taken out.
So it operates on Greek mythology rules. It doesn't, laud you for your moral compass. It lauds you for how powerful you are.
Yes.
No.
And Klonoa has one.
Klonoa has one?
Yeah, like, he has a hero medal, and he starts noticing, like, it's ranking up as he's going along, and he's like, even he's starting to think, something's not right here.
So, how did he react once he found that out?
I need to look over, like, some of the plot synopsises again, because, again, there's because the game was ever released outside of Japan, like, there's not that many translations of the game.
I mean, knowing Klonoa as a person, I'd bet he'd go like, nope, stop, go to jail.
Actually, there is something else that kind of serves as like a true ending to the game, which I think Klonoa ends up like winning hard in the end. So it turns out that the nightmare spirit from Door to Phantom Isle Nahatum, he's the creator of the star medals. And after defeating him, Klonoa sacrifices his star medal in order to save everybody.
Yeah, get fucked, star medal.
Yeah. But that's not the entire end of it. Klonoa suddenly has his star medal reappear before him. Only this time, it's ranked platinum.
Okay.
Now, previously, the highest rank that a star medal could go to is gold, and Klonoa had a gold one by the time he was fighting Nahatum. But after sacrificing his star medal and it eventually came back, it ranked up to platinum, basically insinuating that the star medals realized that there's something far more heroic about self-sacrifice than just valuing your strength.
So he was able to teach the medals a lesson.
Yes.
Huh. What is it with these cute and wholesome looking games being so twisted and fucked? I just want to chill out in, Brian, what's that place that Neopets talk about when they're basically drunk? Do they actually have a name for that? I don't know. I don't like your laughter.
I need to remember, like, what specifically that is.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I know it's a thing. I just forgot what it's called. Yeah, I need to remember what it is too. I mean, I know there's the soup kitchen, but your pets don't get drunk from the soup kitchen.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
Was it like Jello World or something? No, Maniac. Jelly World's not real.
Plus, Jello is copyrighted.
yeah. Jelly World's not real, Maniac. I know what you're talking about. Man, you must be losing intelligence points.
Alright, hang on, let's, Alright.
Oh god, I just went on Twitter. Apparently somebody on Reddit said, as a kid, I spent hours breeding Lapras and releasing it because the Pokédex said they were almost extinct.
Huh?
Yeah, apparently someone on Reddit said, as a kid, I spent hours breeding Lapras and releasing them because the Pokédex said they were almost extinct.
Right. Yeah, that was back, Honestly, it would be back in the day when Laprases were dying out.
Yeah, and then someone replied to that saying, that's actually adorable.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that would be the kind of trainer I would be. Like, if I found out that if a Pokemon species is dying out, then I think I honestly would do the catch and release approach and breeding. You know, to ensure that they'll survive as a species.
Yeah.
Which thankfully, just to remind you guys, in Sun and Moon, of something wholesome, Laprases are now a commonplace in the Pokemon world.
Oh my god, this track. It's like, I was actually listening in on, I was actually reading some of the comments on this music track in particular, and there was a bit of arguments going on in the comments.
What? Why?
Because people pointed out that the track of Joylance is very similar to Gaston.
Oh my god, I hear it!
No.
You should see the smile creeping on my face when you said that.
No one jumps like Gaston. No one floats like Gaston.
No one experiences the 5 stages of grief like Gaston.
No, that's also not. It's also funny because like I don't think it's played yet, but when we eventually get to the track of when we eventually take a listen to Leorena's theme, I kid you not, the beginning part of it sounds like Luigi's Mansion.
Oh my god. And Luigi's Mansion wasn't even a thing yet.
Yeah, no. So yeah, Luigi's Mansion copied from Klonoa.
Luigi, you fucking whore!
What the fuck, Luigi?
I grew tired of being second bananas, and so I made other franchises feel that way. How does that feel, Klonoa, you fucking cabbit?
I got tired of being second banana, so I made others. So I stole from the other second bananas.
Oh, but now Sharpedo are endangered. Oh, I didn't know that. Why is Lapras a Plesiosaur? Because it's a Plesiosaur. Anyway.
Why not?
I still love this dumb idea that somehow Strahd, one of Strahd's goons, drugs Kedra, and until the party ends up going to sleep, he's just acting drunk and constantly ramming. He wouldn't do that. He would not do that.
Yeah, Kedra doesn't do drugs.
Yeah, no. Drink. Yeah, so sorry to burst your bubble, Mr. Maniac, but if you're gonna do a joke about a character, do it in character. That's my advice to you right now. Not being a dick is just, keep track of your lore.
Like for instance, I could make a joke about how Bakugo's family has only one singular alarm clock. And it's in Bakugo's room. Because when that clock goes off, Bakugo screams, and he becomes everyone's alarm clock.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, in terms of characters who would drink, Alex does. Alex is a drinker. But since, she's a woman on a job, she often doesn't get drunk, but she does order ale a lot, whenever she's in a tavern. But no, getting Alex drunk is a very, very rare occurrence, and she'd have to have a good reason to get drunk. Other than that, no, she's not a drinker by any stretch of the imagination. Because, what if she's out on a contract and then her own stupidity gets her killed? Then Alex would have no one to blame but herself.
So,
not doing drugs doesn't mean you can't get drugged by a douche. No, but some people have higher constitutions than others. So,
by the way, this you go to a haunted house if this track plays.
Nya 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 nya.
Yeah, and Lolo's freaking the fuck out, saying, "I'm scared of ghosts."
Oh, so Klonoa is also a platformer where characters actually travel with you pretty much the whole way.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, so in Klonoa 1, The only reason he's able to use the Wind Ring at all is because Hupo is powering it, which is why Hupo's able to travel around everywhere with Klonoa. In Klonoa 2, Lolo's the one giving him power.
Okay. So wait a minute. What you're saying is, if Klonoa were to be a D&D character, he would be a Warlock?
He could.
Actually, no. I want to ask your opinion, since you're more familiar with Klonoa than any of us. What class would he be?
Honestly, that would be kind of difficult to decide, because again, the thing is, the reason Klonoa's ring is able to obtain power is when he has either a ring sphere or a priestess inhabiting his ring.
Warlock of the Genie?
I could kind of see that. Like, yeah, but basically anything that allows Klonoa to utilize strength through somebody, like, possessing an item of his.
Yeah, like, Warlocks aren't just, you know, they're making, not all of them make contracts with devils or, you know, eldritch abominations. Some of them actually have a pact with a blade or a spirit. Actually, and yeah, in the case of the Genie Warlock, they have this magical object attached to the Genie, and then they draw power from them. And I believe one of the things that you can get is a ring, so...
Yeah. Cleric / druid. I wouldn't say cleric because Klonoa doesn't necessarily, like, buff thing.
No, like, I think usually he's by his lonesome.
Yeah, like, he's usually, well, tactically you could say he's by his lonesome, because again, he needs something inhabiting his ring to even use it.
Yeah, I also mean just in terms of, you know, what he does in his games.
Yeah.
Like, he's usually tackling the platform challenges, usually by himself.
Yeah. Well, actually, that now makes it a bit more complicated if you take Klonoa Heroes into consideration, because Klonoa actually gets multiple weapons in that game.
Ah.
Because for one thing, and this would make you happy, Jordan, he gets a sword.
Yes.
Yeah, not just a sword made of wind energy, so he basically has a lightsaber.
Oh. I approve.
Yeah, another weapon that he gets is, hold on, I need to look at the Namco X Capcom's price, because they actually have all his weapons. He actually has a cannon.
Okay.
Yeah, that shoots spike balls. He has a hammer.
Okay.
He also has a boomerang, which, no, that's not a boomerang, that's a fucking shuriken.
Yeah, it's like, you can censor it as much as you want, guys. We know what it is.
But I wouldn't even say it's censored. Like, it's just straight up a shuriken. Like, here, I'll post it in general.
Yeah, it's like calling Diddy Kong a chimp when he's clearly a monkey.
Yeah, like, look at that. That's clearly a shuriken.
Yeah. Trying to find it. Yeah, that's a shuriken.
That's just,
there it is.
That's just dead ass a shuriken. And he also he can also use a reflector.
Actually, hear me out on this, Rum. It sounds like Klonoa is an artificer sorcerer.
I wouldn't say artificer because Klonoa doesn't build things.
Yeah, he's not a mechanic, so definitely out with artificer.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about Baloo in Klonoa 1, he'd definitely be an artificer because that man built things.
Absolutely. Yeah, the idea with artificer is that you're an inventor. So to apply that class to someone who isn't an inventor is honestly out of character.
Actually, I'd say Pango would be a decent artificer because he makes his own bombs.
Yeah, Pango would definitely be an artificer.
Yeah, because all the bombs that he makes those.
Yeah, so I think he would concentrate on things with gunpowder. He would definitely have firearm proficiency.
Yeah.
And yeah, he would focus on fire spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, Klonoa's hard to pin down.
Yeah. Because, yeah, like, again, especially since, yeah, I just remember Chrono Heroes, because it's like, he has multiple weapons in that game, not just the ring.
Yeah, like, I could say Rune Knight Fighter.
Actually, you know what? Jordan, hear me out on this. Considering his role as Dream Traveler, and, like, basically his goal is to, like,
I think I know what you're getting at.
dreams from nightmares, what if he was a ranger?
Yeah, a Horizon Walker Ranger. Because Horizon Walkers, yeah, they protect the borders between our world and another world.
Yeah.
So yeah, Klonoa would be a perfect Horizon Walker.
Yeah,
We just figured it out.
And you know what? You could also flavor that class too. Instead of just saying Horizon Walker, he's a Dream Walker.
Yes.
So yeah, it would be super fitting.
Yeah, Horizon Walker is definitely what he would be.
Yeah, so we have a ranger, we have Pango as an artificer. Then there's Guns.
Guns would definitely be. Okay, you know what? Since Jen did bring up, I think he would be the gunslinger.
Yes, he is a bounty hunter.
Yes. Yeah. So fighter, gunslinger subclass.
Yeah.
Or if we do want to go the extra mile, artificer with no. We would give him firearm proficiency, but his main class would be fighter.
Yeah. Because because I was gonna say I wouldn't say Guns is an artificer because again he doesn't build things.
Yeah, and considering that Klonoa does have ranger material, you know, given that he is an explorative type, yeah, ranger would definitely fit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to see what else is left.
Lolo would absolutely be a cleric. In fact, she'd be Klonoa's cleric.
Absolutely.
Like,
what would Popka be?
Popka? I don't know, cause like, in terms of like aiding Klonoa, he doesn't really do anything.
Oh, lame.
Yeah, like he's kind of there as like a bit of comic relief, to say so, but like I also want to say like he's a bit more of like the rugged backbone of the group.
Okay.
Like, you know,
well,
because there's a moment where Lolo kind of goes through a depressive phase, and then Popka's just like, okay, listen up.
I mean, does he have any abilities?
He can float.
Okay, yeah, he's probably just stuck being an NPC then.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, Popka. You are designated Klonoa pitfall save.
Oh, wait a minute. We have 7 viewers.
Yeah, we do. On my end, it says 8.
8. Okay. Happy to see you guys here.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy the Klonoa talk.
Yeah. Against the dark fantasy backdrop that is Phantom of the Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm forgetting again. I need to apply the filter.
I mean, if there's anything you want to talk about your comic, you can.
Man, where to start? Well, I guess for those, unaware, this comic I'm working on is, a short story based on, this webcomic that I'm making, that I'm writing for. Of my own creation. it's a dark fantasy comic about a monster slayer named Alexandra, and she's on this quest for vengeance against the demon that killed her family and cursed her on their last encounter. And this short story is based off of one of her adventures before the main story takes place. She was contracted to locate this sailor's wife who just went missing, but Alexandra quickly suspects that there's something off, so she did a little scouting and found that the wife was holed up in a friend's house, and she talks to the wife and says that, okay, I'm gonna help you get out of here. And the wife is like, great, but I can't leave without my coat. And then Alex went back to the husband's house, and he was thought by his wife that he's out drinking. So Alex takes this opportunity to enter the house, but as she sees here, the door was left open. So she was given free reign of the place and found a safe hidden behind this painting of a landmark known as Lassie Shoal. And on the next page, on the next page, which I will get back up because I was preoccupied with these other ones, she discovers that after picking the lock of the safe, that there is a Selkie's coat inside. Yeah. So yeah, the wife is a Selkie.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about the story behind the Selkie, they are essentially Ireland's version of mermaids, where they're shapeshifters who wear seal coats. And there were many tales of sailors basically abducting these women on the promise that, okay, if you want your coat back, then help me raise a family. And obviously the men isn't willing to give them up, so the wife usually finds their coat, and then they liberate themselves. But with this one, I wanted to take a darker turn, so it's a similar situation, but the implications are a little worse.
Yeah. Okay, so Jordan, after this track finishes, Leorina's theme is gonna play.
Okay. Oh, right. I'll keep an ear out.
Yeah, so you'll be able to hear the Not Luigi's Mansion.
I'm not ready for it. Actually, yeah, that works.
Jason, it wasn't me, I promise.
Why would it ever be you? Going back to D&D for a sec, Artificer seems fun. I blame it on the one D&D character I heard of who was amazing. What character would that be?
Would it be Baku?
Again, the main thing with Artificer, is that, they're, magical inventors. So, while you are a spellcaster, they encourage you to flavor it as, the spell's effects being simulated with, with mechanical contraptions or a particle effect. So, say magic missile is actually I don't know, like beams of energy, and what's another one? Say firebolt is caused with a firearm. Primarina is based on Selkies. Yeah. The character is Delta, a Water Genasi cleric 7, Artificer 2, who, while they use holy abilities, uses them because of a loophole he found in a holy text he found, using his Artificer to channel it into usable spells. He's basically re-upping and free trial of something over and over, and the god these powers are coming from is fine with it. Mainly because Delta uses the powers for good, but also because the god finds it funny. Oh wait, I'm worried.
Okay,
did we talk
here it
over
is.
Leon? Okay, here. Ooh, okay. Whew. Yep. Yep. Which, I know it's not exactly the case because Luigi's Mansion was released years after this game, but the resemblances are there.
Yeah. And by the way, this is the theme to a pirate.
Pirate.
Yeah, a sky pirate.
Dun 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 dun.
Why is the rum always gone?
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I figured I'd do the safe first.
Also, welcome to the village of Discord, where there is nothing but war.
Certainly sounds chaotic. He also uses the spell Guiding Bolt, but uses it from his self-installed Ersatz Eye. Oh, and also rename the attack Special Beam Attack. Alright. I thought blue was in my room for a sec. Okay. I mean, Jen, I'm gonna stop you right there. For the sake of expediency, call it Eldritch Blast. It's just, the damage type and ability is tailored to your patron. So I wouldn't say it's a new spell because of it. Because, you know, it's still Eldritch Blast, it's just tailored to your patron. Okay. Well, Mr. Maniac, you forget I'm the DM of her campaign, so that's why I'm throwing down the DM hammer. we may not be playing, but I'm still going to enforce rules when it's necessary. And I'm not doing it to be a dig, it's just, you know, it's easier that way.
Yeah.
It's like it's one of the first things we talked about, which is why I'm adamant on her not changing the name.
Yeah.
Okay, I think there's dialogue here. Let me whip up the script. And I think I'll go back to those previous pages and apply noises to them. It's just I want to get the basic things down now. Yeah, Jen, how'd you get those bumps on your head? Okay, yeah, Alex does say something in her head. Okay, so I need to make a speech bubble real fast. Is there... Okay, no, there's... I gotta make the shape myself. That's fine. Well, Jen, it's one thing to be eager about something. It's another thing to you know, ignore what's been established. If I can put it some way.
I believe she got him from you for bonking on the head with the hammer.
Yeah. Gear Getaway, is that you?
Nope. We're still in the land of Discord.
Yeah, but it sounds a lot like Gear Getaway from Donkey Kong Country Returns. Which is a boss-ass song, by the way. Yeah, it sounds so much like it. So, sorry for not talking much. My knee has a cut because I was at the dentist and accidentally banged it on the metal bolt. Oh man, yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, and about the hammer thing, it's something that you gotta do as a DM. Like you gotta say no sometimes when a player suggests something that is either it's either out of your comfort zone to the point of being distracting, or 2, it's disruptive to the game, or 3, it's
It's just not a good idea in general.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. Or on the fourth scenario, which has yet to happen to you guys, is when you're being metagamey as fuck.
Yeah.
And if you guys do get metagamey as fuck, you're out. And that's not a joke. Like, if I were running a game and if someone wants to be this overpowered fuckwit, then you don't get what it means to play D&D and you're out.
We do not want Fakar.
Yeah, we don't want Fakar. Fakar is a fuck.
Yeah.
There we go.
We all enjoyed ourselves. All except Fakar.
Fakar can eat my shorts.
You just don't understand my deep and complex character.
And, yeah, stressing again, I'm not saying all these things to be a dickhole. I'm saying this because I'm in charge of the game.
You gotta draw a line in the sand, dude.
It was on Monday, and it didn't help that I was under a lot of stress, that I was tearing up. I don't normally cry at the dentist because I'm always calm about it. I even kept saying sorry a lot, which my dentist was very understanding. Yeah. Oh, oops. What?
I'm sorry, I just got a video of my recommended called Kurama watches Naruto clap Hinata. And it's like, it raises a good point. He feels just about everything Naruto does, so when they did the nasty, Kurama not only felt that, he saw it.
Oh, Jesus.
So Ninetales, how does it feel knowing you saw him do it twice? I don't want to talk about it.
Hang on. Need to rearrange the text a bit. But not by much.
I never want to remember that day again.
Okay, Soundwave.
That's actually how Ninetales sounds in Naruto.
Oh, that's silly.
Naruto, do not do it a third time. I don't think I can handle another.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Ninetales is afraid of intercourse.
I'm not afraid of it. I just don't want to watch it.
That means you're afraid of it.
It's awkward as fuck.
You're awkward as fuck.
Oh, grow up.
Get laid.
Joke's on you. I reincarnate.
Yeah, but did you ever get any during one of your reincarnations?
No, and I don't care.
I think it was because of the stress due to class. Dad said we had to get to the dentist because we were late, even though we got there on time, about 2 minutes early. We left at 3:15 for my 3:30, and as we got in the car, he said, just because I said 3:15 doesn't mean we leave at 3:15. Yeah, I mean, punctuality isn't everything, but... Huh? Fixing up Alex's line art here, which once I do the main series, I'll be a lot less lenient with how the line art goes. Of course, there's a safe. There's always a safe. Alright, I think now we can give Alex her colors. Here we go. Okay, we already did that. He was expecting us to get there really early when he said 3:15. That means 3 o'clock. And when I banged my knee, that's... yeah. So, from what it sounds like, your dad just bum rushed it. Right. Well, hopefully by then he learned his lesson. Because yeah, I understand wanting to be on time, but then there's like, okay, like slow down a bit, dude. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Now, let me give my fingers a break here. Gonna get some ASMR knuckle cracking sound effects. If that bothers anyone in the audience, let me know.
I found out you can throw your Pokemon on the roof.
You what?
Apparently in Legends Arceus, you can throw your Pokemon out to sit on the sit on people's roofs.
You know what? In hindsight, that does seem like a thing you can do. Yeah. I just haven't tried it yet because, well, honestly, my mind is usually on like Pokedex stuff.
Yeah,
it doesn't really occur to me.
There's a Pikachu on the roof. There's a Gengar and a Rhydon.
Well, what?
Why is there a Rhydon on the roof?
I put it there myself.
It's gonna break.
Throw Pokemon on roofs to establish dominance. It's because track was happening, and this seems to happen with his family. I don't remember the context, but hang on. Sorry. Apparently thinking about it makes me sick, but no. There's this YouTuber named Nightwing01, I think. In one of his videos, he was talking about how the New Yorker in him makes him drive like a maniac or something. Like, I don't know, but something to do with driving. And apparently he doesn't do well in traffic because of it. Again, I don't understand the correlation because not only have I never been to New York, I also have yet to have the ability to drive an automobile.
All I can say is that city traffic is not over-exaggerated at all.
Okay. When we invite Dad's family over to a holiday dinner, they would arrive 30 minutes or 1 hour earlier than expected because they would arrive before we could get the mashed potatoes done. Ah. Makes sense. Wrong tool. There we go. Yeah, I think 9 years is a good estimate to the time frame of this short story, because Alex here clearly said there's always a safe, so she's probably seen her fair share of safes at this point.
It's like everywhere I go, there's just a safe.
That is the most obvious place to keep a secret. If you're gonna challenge me, at least put some effort into it.
Oh yeah? Well, you'll never guess the combination. 1, 1, 1, 1.
Wizardry! Elementary. As in, an elementary student can figure this out.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, also Klonoa 2 is the game that introduced Klonoa's Klonoa's surfboard.
Surfboard.
Yeah, there's some sections in the game where you're on a hoverboard.
Okay.
Powered by the wind.
Naturally.
And Pac-Man is on the bottom of it.
Like I said, last time you showed this comic, at least she doesn't need to collect clue bottles. No. Alex has more class than that. And usually, when it comes to gathering evidence or clues, usually there's a body involved.
Yeah.
Or what's left of a body.
Also, Jordan, Death Battle says that Batman is insane.
He's not.
He's a crazy guy in a bat suit.
Clearly someone doesn't like Batman in the writing department. I have a question for you. Which version of Batman could you easily see comforting a small child? Batman the Animated Series or The Dark Knight Returns?
Animated series.
Animated series. That's the correct response. And if you answered the other one, congratulations, you just proved that you know nothing about Batman.
You don't need to answer. I read your mind. That's how I knew you weren't going to use Mrs. Waller's weapon.
No, I wasn't.
You were going to try to talk me into fixing everything I've changed before I die.
Yes.
I'm dying very soon.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Could you stay with me? I'm scared.
And he just sits next to her and holds her hand.
Yep. He stayed with her until her time came.
Sucks that you don't ever see that kind of Batman anymore.
No, like, we're kind of focused on the brooding asshole now.
Yeah. Here we are. Klonoa's national anthem.
Really?
Well, what I call Klonoa's national anthem.
Alright.
It's also the only song in the game that has lyrics.
Really?
Yeah. It's all sung in Phantomile.
I mean, hey, rare that we get songs written in a fictional language.
Yeah. And sung
Which-
by Klonoa himself.
Ah. And I cry.
I'm looking at Alex's face as this song is playing.
It's like, what the fuck am I actually hearing? Alex actually would say that, unfortunately.
Then she sees Klonoa in the corner. She's like, "What is that? And can I have it?"
Yeah. I'll do her eyes later.
I remember in the animated series there was one episode that stood out to me, the Mad Hatter episode.
Is it the debut one? Cause that one I like. Okay, it's either his debut episode or Perchance to Dream, where basically Batman was basically living a dream where he lived in a world where everything was perfect.
His debut episode.
Debut episode, okay. Yeah. And that was actually one of my favorites too. Mainly with how it ended, and that the guy wasn't necessarily bad at first. He was just, misguided.
The one episode that stood out with the animated series with me is Baby Doll. Oh, everyone remembers that.
Oh,
episode.
Baby Doll.
That one was good.
Yeah, it was an incredible episode.
Yeah. Again, another episode where you get to see Batman's more sentimental side.
Yeah, like, he let Baby Doll vent her frustrations and then, just calmly waited for the police. Because remember, the lady has a condition where her body just won't grow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I like how the wahoo sounds more like a waheh.
Yeah. Baby.
Yeah. And if you do anything to hurt this child, I will hurt you back.
Bandai Namco said, "Oh, hurt the child, you say?"
With a chainsaw.
They start writing a story down. It's like, all right, when are we gonna put this boy
Don't you do
through
it,
now?
bitch. I'm watching you like a hawk. I have the eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox. My Gimli sounds like Sean Connery. Fuck.
That still only counts as one.
Toss me.
What?
I can't make the distance. You have to toss me.
But Gimli was better.
I never thought I'd be fighting side by side with an elf.
Then how about side by side by a friend?
Yeah, I could do that.
Honestly, one of the things they got right was Gimli's friendship with Legolas.
Yeah.
Which, for someone who has heard the audiobook of Lord of the Rings, Gimli's weird elf racism wasn't ever a thing. In fact, he was kind of pretty wise for his race.
And then he joined Johnny Depp on the open seas.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, because wasn't Legolas played by Orlando Bloom?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Gimli. No. Orlando Bloom wasn't pirates. Gimli wasn't, to my knowledge.
Yeah. It's a key. Ah, correction. This is a drawing of a key.
Gentlemen, what do keys do?
Keys unlock things.
Correct.
There's no way I can remember the full line.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, Jack Sparrow must be a really fun character to write for, because his sentences are always full of contradictions and half-truths.
Yeah. Hey. So we're going to find this treasure. No.
Yeah.
So, we're going out to this key.
You're not making any sense at all. And again, one of my favorite exchanges is between him and Barbossa At World's End. It's like, I, Ilodameta, remember? You shot me. No, I didn't.
Why should I help you? 4 of you tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
Will immediately turns around and looks at Elizabeth.
You could have picked a better spot.
Thank you, Jan. I want my job dirt.
Dirt. This is a jar of dirt.
Yes.
Will this jar of dirt help me?
If you don't want it, give it back.
No.
Then it helps.
By the way, apparently the moment of him singing the jar of dirt thing was apparently unscripted.
Yeah, that whole scene was unscripted. You can even tell it was unscripted because Orlando was looking to the director going like, should we cut this?
And then he just gets up, got it!
Yeah. And then I think Jeffrey just played off of it going like, enough!
Yeah.
I cannot be summoned like some mongrel pup.
Yeah. Was it the first or the second betrayal that you took out your heart? Do not test me.
I didn't finish that. The ball's on Will. Which, understandably, probably was one of the reasons that led to his death.
Yeah. Tell me, William Turner, do you fear death?
Do you? Heady tonic, having the life of one in the palm of one's hand.
You're a cruel man, Jack
Para!
Cool is a matter of perspective.
Easy it now.
Twist the blade.
Yep.
Because of course he does.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll add a multiplier to that.
Yeah, also, World Heroes Mission is currently available for DVD. I'm just waiting for it to be available on the site so I can show you.
Yeah. Alright, now we can...
Well, now we get the somber stuff.
Ah. This song I think I heard before. I don't remember the context, but I do remember hearing it somewhere.
I want to say this is happening during the time when Lolo is looking into one of the mirrors and is looking back into, like, her upbringing as a priestess.
Yeah. Oh! Fun fact, my character Eve had a jar of dirt in this one thing I did. And of course sang that song, but changed some things. Hi, honey, did you come to negotiate with our captain? Look what I got. By the way, by negotiate, Eve means her husband, who is under a curse and wants to kill everything around Eve. Ah. As husbands are wont to do? I don't know, I've never been married. Wait, that's not true. I'm married to Melia. I do know what it means. Sorry, Melly. My head is not all there right now. I do not know what words mean. Just gotta make sure the colors are right. Oh wait, wrong layer. Almost got it. thing to add, and that's the Selkie coat. Let's see, that's a good shade. More gray. There we go. Alright. Looking at page 12, I think I'm gonna work on that more off screen, but I think for now, yeah, 3 hours. We made plenty of progress tonight.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, I think we're gonna tell you what, I think tomorrow night we might just work on Corey's new art, so we can see her arm. Other than that,
Actually,
yeah.
Jordan, before you leave, I know someone you can raid.
Yes, yeah. Okay, who is our target?
So his name is Mike Maverick.
Ah.
I've actually had him on one of my streams once where he was discussing a specific individual. His name starts with an S.
Mm-hmm.
And, he primarily likes to stream retro games. And he's heavily inspired by the completionist, where he doesn't just simply play through the games, he likes to go through them to completion.
Yes, okay, got his name right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a very cool. Yeah, he's a very cool guy.
Yeah, and yeah, Chanzard. It just feels like that time, and tomorrow we're going to work on some new art for Corey, and you know, considering she has a mechanical arm now, and yeah, we're just going to leave you guys off with a raid, and yeah. See you guys tomorrow night.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.